Hello YouTube, welcome back. Day one orientation is over. I can kind of take you through that today. I truly hope I don't look as tired as I feel. It's been a long day, but a good one. I really had a good time. This was fun for me. A little grueling at times, but good. Let me start off with kablamo. Got the green pouch with information in it. I haven't gone through the stuff. I very quickly went through it just before starting this video. I haven't studied it at all, but they gave a lot of information that I'll run through. Backside gives the 3 mottos: do your best, do what's right, treat others the way you'd want to be treated. Good things to live by, especially that golden rule. I'm all about it. All right, I guess I'll go through the pouch first. Has a few things in there. First thing in there, and I don't know if this is reversed, and if it is, I don't know how to fix that, but driver's daily log, it basically is just full of blank paper logs, which I guess we will go over at some point. Honestly, I don't know, maybe we learned this with our PSD trainer, probably do, it's my guess. She didn't go through the packet with us, but all right, next thing is kind of a hodgepodge of informational stuff, some articles. It goes into great detail on why they do drug testing, what they're testing for, all that kind of stuff, how often they'll test, or, just kind of the whole process there. I don't have to spend too much time reading that because I don't do drugs, so, and you shouldn't either. And I'll tell you, if you are someone who leans that way, I would say this probably isn't for you. You're going to get caught eventually. You could be tested at any time, so I would say this is probably not for you. Might not want to waste your time, but yeah, most of this, it looks like, is drug testing information. The next thing, okay, this packet goes into the hours of duty. Your drive clock, the 11-hour clock, the 14-hour clock, the 8-hour clock, 70-hour clock, and I have I guess a vague understanding of how that goes. I did a few tests, CBTs on that today, and I've watched some videos, but I'm certainly not expert on it enough to sit here and explain it to you. Let somebody else do that, and at least until I'm a little bit more astute. Goes into on-duty time, what would consist of on-duty time. I guess a couple macros. It looks like how to fill out a comm data check. Alright, the primeinc app, it looks like. And there's a little quiz at the end, I guess, talking about comm data and fleet manager. It looks like just kind of an overview. Okay. Alright, next one. This is a sheet of paper they recommend that you fill out and put in your truck. It basically gives, any medical conditions that you might have, allergies, that kind of thing. In case of disaster, someone can know what... anything that they need to know for the hospital, that kind of thing. All right, the big old pre-trip that everybody's seen on some vlog sometime or other. Very interested in going through that. I've been watching that. I think they don't say his name on the video, but it's the primeinc video that most people watch, I think, with the red truck. I think the guy's name is Driver Rich. I could be wrong, but I've got that pretty much memorized. But I'm anxious to kind of do a side-by-side with the video and this and make sure that all the little points. For one thing, I read the comments on one of his videos, and it looks like, as good as that is, I think he misses one thing. So if you're watching that, I believe, and I'll check it here at some point and let you know, but he does, in the in-cabin inspection, one of the things I think he misses is windshield wipers and washers. I think is part of, after the windshield, properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. I think you go into the washers and windshield wiper blades. So I know that particular piece, there's another video of a trainee that does an awesome job. Maybe I'll put that links to this one or sometime soon, but there's a really good in-depth one where he does say that part. So just keep that in mind. Last thing, electric logging. I guess this is okay. This is your Qualcomm. Just kind of goes through the basics of running through that. Okay. Oh, one more thing. Oh, yikes! Sexual harassment. Okay. All right. So that's the stuff that came in the bag. We didn't go over any of this today. We just got the packet, and our schedule was basically we were split into two groups. Our whole class was, I think, 20, and they split us into two groups of 10, and we were on kind of alternating schedules. The first part was we went through getting our medical DOT physical and the short form and the long form. You sit down with somebody and they kind of take you through that. Plus, you redo your application. When you check in, they give you that to do, which I did last night. It's kind of handwritten, and I think what they're looking for are discrepancies between the one you did online and the one you're handwriting now. Now, he went through mine. He didn't have any questions about mine, so I guess it was okay. Let's see. So I got cleared with the medical information. They took copies of both your regular driver's license and your CLP. Your birth certificate. They took a copy of that. They will not accept phone. There was a guy in there that thought he could just show the stuff on his phone. You got to bring that original stuff with you. Anything that you sent in already needs to be backed up with a paper copy now. So keep that in mind. Let's see. So anyway, I am cleared. I don't have my green badge yet. They said that will probably be Thursday, perhaps Friday. One thing that's kind of outstanding on mine that I've got to do tomorrow is I've got to take my CPAP machine. If you've watched my videos, I've been on a CPAP for 15 plus years. Love the machine. I say that every time I mention it. It's absolutely awesome. If you do have sleep apnea, you'll be absolutely amazed at how much better you feel almost immediately after using it. Takes a little getting used to, but once you're rolling with the right mask and things aren't leaking and that kind of stuff, it really helps. But anyway, I'm supposed to go take my machine to Cardinal Sleep, and they're going to see if they're able to use the modem that's on my machine. My machine's not the same as the one that they use, but it does have a modem. So if they can pull that report, then I'll be good to go, and hopefully they could do that from the road. Otherwise, you can use your own machine, but if they can't pull that report monthly, somehow you got to work yourself back to Springfield every month, is what I hear. So I definitely don't want that. At worst, I will just switch to their machine. I'm not looking to spend the extra money if I don't need to, but if it'll get rid of that hassle, I'll definitely do it. It's not even a question. So I got to do that tomorrow. Tomorrow there's a roll call. Oh, let me finish with today first. Don't get ahead of myself. All right, so all we had was a morning session where we did the paperwork thing, and then we had to come back later, right after lunch, to do simulator training. And in between and any time between now and tomorrow midnight, you have 53 CBTs, computer-based trainings to go through. It's on your own time. They're not holding your hand. They're not telling you, what order to do them and when to do them. Just whenever you catch time between class or lunch or dinner, you're sitting down doing that. Now, if there was anything that was not fun today, it was that. It is a little dry. I will tell you, it's a little boring at times. And I don't know if everybody has this problem, but my ears, you have headsets, you're watching videos and PowerPoints all day long, and you have these headsets. This part of my ear, they feel like they're about to fall off. They were hurting so bad. I was kind of at the very end there, was holding it away from my ear so I could hear it, but it wasn't putting pressure on it. And the butt's not doing too good. I've been sitting on hotel chairs all day long, so maybe other people don't have a problem with that. Yeah, that was wearing out too. So I had wanted to get a few more CBTs in, but just couldn't do it. So I ran in and had dinner. By the way, I met Brooke, which is Captain Dave's wife. In passing kind of twice, once we were passing in the office where we were doing the, the medical paperwork stuff, just enough to shake hands and say hi. A little bit later, on my way to dinner, we passed in the hall and talked a little bit. So really nice to meet her. It was really great. So awesome. Hope we bump into each other again soon. Let's see. All right, simulator. At 1 o'clock, we had simulator training. For one thing, the trainer is incredibly comical. I really enjoyed it. He had a good sense of humor. Little short with people if you ask questions, things like that. But I think that was kind of his shtick. I'm gonna go with that. But when he was on his, skit thing he's going through in his training, he was quite humorous. He told a lot of driving stories that were pretty good, so he made it entertaining. We all went through one session on the simulator. It was the easiest possible one you could have as far as settings. They weren't throwing baby carriages in front of you or deer, tap dancing across the street or anything like that, or any kind of weather disaster. It was just you're going to get on the highway with no cars, and you're going to drive on the highway with no cars, and then you're going to get off the highway with no cars, and come to a stop without running across the road. So pretty simple. He wasn't grading it or anything. I didn't even get any feedback, but from my perspective, I stayed on the road. I think I did all right. Felt pretty good at the end. I did forget, you were, it's good. I know there's cameras on you. They're going to see me with this face in. It's like, it's a lot different from a car. I'll tell you that. And trying to keep it in the lines, you have like that much space on each side. So, just making sure you're hitting a little brrr on the side, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I think I did all right on that. It was fun. It's not a video game. Make sure you don't say that. It's not a video game. It didn't really feel like a video game. It felt pretty serious, to be honest. So tomorrow we will have a little more training on that, and there's some kind of a competency test at the end of that. So that's about it. I think I can wrap that up. Yeah, kind of an exhausting day, but man, for me, that was thrilling. I had a great time. All the stuff that I've heard about, from other YouTubers and everything, and now I'm doing it. I'm actually there, so it was a good day. I'm quite pleased. I'm tired. I got to be back at it. We got a roll call tomorrow at 7. I got to run over to the Millennium, which will be exciting. I might take some video there. It's a little weird being like so fresh and new and walking around with a camera. I don't know. Might feel a little weird. Wait till I have a few days under my belt before I'm Mr. YouTube walking around doing the commentary thing. I don't know. We'll see. I'll bring my phone. We'll see how I feel. But I got to go over to Cardinal Sleep, get that done, and then come back and work on CBTs for the rest of the day. And then I think my second simulation thing is tomorrow at 9:15, I think. So also something you can put out of your mind, even in training. If you're coming, from a world of 9 to 5, that's out the window the minute you step on primeinc property. It's not just when you're in the truck. Your classes are all over the place. So, but it's not really that many classes. It's like a morning session, and then sometime after lunch into the evening you do something else. So most of it's these CBTs, and they're just plain grueling. So, all right. Also, Road Blazer. I got it right tonight. I don't know. I knew better, yes, in my last video, but I called him Road Warrior. I think must have had Mel Gibson on the brain, I guess. I don't know. But he was nice about it, and I told him, that was my campus in video. I don't want to redo that. You're supposed to get kind of my true reaction to it. So put in the I'm sorry for being an idiot and calling you the wrong thing. So I'm going to give him permission to call me something like Blobby Boy or Slobby Boy or something on his channel. That'll be fine. We'll be even. Happy to do it. But he's not here again. We're going to do something together, but he caught me we hadn't seen each other all day, but he caught me in the cafeteria getting my dinner. He's heading over to Fire and Ice. He wanted to try that out. And sounds good, but I'm honestly, they're giving us, I didn't talk about that. They do give you a meal card with a certain allowance for each of the meals of the day. And, that's outside of the $200 a month that we'll start getting after orientation. So they're throwing free meals at me. I'm gonna take it. I'm doing pretty good on keeping it healthy, though. I did two big salads, well, 2 medium salads, I guess, for dinner. I'm sorry, lunch. Did have a hamburger, no cheese, for dinner. I would have done better with dinner, but I'm just exhausted. I needed some caloric boost, I think. So I am going to be really watching it from here on out. But you only do this once, too. So the burgers were good. It was a pretty good meal. All right. Again, about to hit 15 minutes, as is my norm. I will someday be able to be brief. We'll see. But anyway, nice chatting with you guys. I'll try to do another one. I did do that other video that I mentioned, or talked about the young lady. I think I'll probably drop that. I saw another video of hers, and she's, kind of feeling, I think, the pressure from, some of the other drivers that have weighed in. Again, I don't think anybody was mean about it, but, basically telling her that her priorities are a little out of whack, and that can't feel good. my video is a little, it goes into that, just how it's different from mine. But I think most people would say that if you're balancing a career next to one video, whether it stays up or down, it's an easy answer for most people. But anyway, I'm toying around with whether I'll post that or not. I probably will, but we'll see. All right, guys, I'll see you next time, hopefully tomorrow. Bye-bye.